What's going on, everybody? Darth Venomous here, bringing you a Dire Beast PvP build. I've had a couple of people reach out to me. I was like, "Hey man, what kind of build you running?" So here I am making a guild. So quick disclaimer: I'm not a rank one, not a gladiator. This is probably not meta, but this is what works for me. I'll have that one dude in the comments like, bro, this ain't even meta, man. Bro, you suck. This is what works for me. Hopefully, it can help somebody. If not, it's cool. Leave your comments in, and we can talk about it. But anyway, here we go. Hunter tree. Kill command. No brainer. You get that. This is the base of your damage. That's BM. Concussor shot. Again, PvP. No brainer. It's amazing for kiting. Kill shot. Again, no brainer. Putting points in there. Coming down to the second tree. Improved kill shot. You can put a point in here, but if you're having survivability issues, you can not put a point in there, and I'll show you where to put it later on. Post haste, you need this. Roots between everybody has a root slow or something, so to disengage out of that root is pretty much mandatory for kiting. Now, Trailblazer. Some people don't go this. Me personally, I like the 2 for 2 Trailblazer. You don't have to go into this. I like to play at max distance anyway, as you should as a hunter. So, 30% increased movement speed as long as you're keeping people at max distance. It should be pretty good for the uptime. But, if you're having survivability issues, you don't have to put the points in there. You can save them. Again, wilderness medicine. Again, run a heavy pet build, so you want to be able to heal your pets, keep your pets alive, especially in the arena. People will focus them down. So, and plus the purge of the one magical effect is always nice too. Uh, I go 2 for 2 for that. Counter shot, obviously, is a must. You got to go counter shot. Um, Natural mending. Now, again, if you're having those survivability issues, you can take the point out of here and throw it into natural mending, or you can take 2 points out of here, and then we can put it further down. I go 1 for 2. Um, just my personal preference, but you can play around with that. Survival of the fittest, absolute must. There's no ifs, ands, but you must take this. Um, we don't have very many defensive cooldowns as hunters, so must must do. Misdirect is PvP. We're not misdirecting anything, so we don't put that in there. Tar trap again, must for kiting. Pretty much no brainer. Trank shot again. Uh, I take it because you want to try to get them bops and rages off. Uh, so entrapment is absolutely essential for, in my opinion, for the playstyle because this route is absolutely amazing for tar trap. Especially when you got a bunch of melee on you. I can't tell you how many times this has saved me. I can't tell you how many times people have actually trinketed this. It's actually pretty funny. Um, so, entrapment is an amazing talent in my opinion. Improved traps. I don't really put no points in there. 2.5 seconds. I mean, you could, but between all the traps you have, I don't really see the purpose. Um, so again, I don't put anything now. Now, if you're having the survivability issues, you can take those points out of here, like that we talked about, the Trailblazer, throw them into Nature's Endurance, and then you can come down there and throw some more points into Rejuvenating Wind. You can take it out of Kill Command. Um, you can take it at one out of Post Haste if you want to, if you're having like survivability issues. I don't really have, I mean, it's kind of your preference. I don't really roll with it. I think I'm pretty alright without that. Um, but anyway, Born to be Wild reduces the cooldown of aspect of the cheetah, survival of the fittest, and aspect of the turtle by 20%. Again, must because we don't have a whole lot of defensives as BM hunters or as hunters in general. I don't really go to Sentinel Hour. I've played around with it. I don't really like it. Some people swear by it. Me personally, I don't like the Sentinel Owl. Um, just it's just not my thing. Camouflage, absolutely amazing. Being able to feign death, especially the healing aspect, is what does it for me. The healing aspect is amazing. If you can get out of combat, feign death, get your pets out of combat, heal, you basically reset fights. Get around a pillar or something. So Also good for starting off arenas. Kind of helps. So I don't put anything to rejuvenate and win, but again, if you're having survivability issues, you can do that. I just, I don't. Now, binding shot and scatter shot. Um, in my arena build, I pretty much stay in the scatter shot. I don't really do binding shot unless I have an arena build and I have like a BG kind of world PvP build, which they're pretty similar, but the world PvP build I tend to go binding shot. The BG build binding shot, but arena you want to go scatter. I mean, you still could go binding shot because you can still intimidate into um, ice trap. I mean freezing trap, but it's your preference. I tend to go scatter shot in the arena build anyway. Intimidation, of course. Again, much more efficient than explosive trap. Unless you want like in a BG and you're doing either storm and you want to get cheeky, I mean, you could do explosive trap obviously, but for the most part, I always run intimidation. I don't really mess with that. Um, I don't really ever go with the improved trank. Um, that's just me. Yeah, just the 10% gain in focus. I'm like, it's not really that effective to me. Anyway, Scare Beast. Now, if I'm in a comp where I'm playing, obviously a Jungle Cleave, a Feral Druid, or something, I might take a point out of Wilderness and put it in Scare Beast. For the most part, I don't really run with it most of the time, though. But you can take a point out of somewhere and just throw it into Scare Beast if you're facing a Feral Druid or what have you. Coming down to the next sheet, Binding Shackles. Again, with as much range, I mean, melee that's on you, having, binding shot, you're constantly binding shot, you're constantly intimidating, rooting with tar trap. So that 10% damage mitigation is, you know, nice, especially with all the melee demon hunters, all the crazy melee that's going on right now. It's insane. Um, Hunters Advance, again, no need in PvP in my opinion. It's more of a PvE thing, I think. Again, back with the movement speed increase. It's 106%. Pathfinding's 2 for 2, 6% increased movement speed. To me, is huge. I'm big on movement speed, especially in PvP, especially in World PvP and Battlegrounds. The extra movement speed is amazing. Um, again, in my opinion, I didn't really like the Sentinel protection. I don't like any of these talents. Not to say that they're bad or anything. It's just not for me. It's not worth it for me, in my opinion. Um, Coming down, uh, Master Marksman. Your melee and range special attack critical strikes cause the target to bleed for an additional 7% damage. Um, I don't really do this. I think it's more of a marksman thing. Um, I kind of don't put any points into that. Critical strike chance increased by 4%, which is okay. It's 4% increased critical strike. I mainly do it so I can get down to Death Talker. Um, for the extra, I can't talk today. For the extra 10% damage for your pets. So like this is what I do before I set up my burst, and I'll talk about that after the Beast Mastery window. But I was running a Stampede in like Battlegrounds just to be fun. What I would do is like Binding Shot or Tar Trap and then Stampede into it. It's pretty funny. But really, Death Chakra is much more effective, in my opinion. But Stampede is kind of fun to do in Battlegrounds. You can get people all balled up. um, Now, uh, a lot of people use the bleed build and they'll go, the serrated shots into steel trap, which is very viable. Like I just don't do it because I like the dire beast build better. Um, but steel trap is nice, especially for arena. Another trap, especially with all these melees. So like I get it. It's just not for me. Beastmaster. Pet damage increased by 6%. Again, this is the dire beast pet, and this pet damage increase goes to your dire beast pet. So again, Um, anything with pet damage and kill command modifiers is big. So pet damage increased by 6%, no brainer. Kill command damage increased by 10%. So we got two in there. Again, kill command is basically your big damage. So Alpha Predator. Kill Command Hound has two charges. Deals 50% increased damage. Again, the increase in kill command damage and the increase in pet damage is what we want to go for in this build. Killer Instinct. I mean, this is the old school from Shadowlands. And it's nice for finishing people off. Increase 50% damage. People below 35%. It's a nice little execute. Um, but Alpha Predator is just much more valuable to me, I think. So that's it for my Hunter tree. Now we're gonna bounce over to the Beast Mastery tree. So we got Cobra Shot, of course. Pack Tactics, Focus Generation increased by 100%. Um, Obviously, I don't really have focus issues. I know a lot of hunters say they have focus issues. I don't really have focus issues, but again, arena build, you don't want to be multi-shot. Now my BG build, I do go multi-shot, Dire Beast Cleave, and to kill cleave for AOE. But again, in arena, you don't want to be cleaving stuff down, breaking traps, breaking CC. So we don't want to take that in arena. Barb shot, of course. The extra damage, you get 2 stacks. Enough said. Again, increased pet damage. Here we go, 10%. So the pet damage is the main theme here. Anything that increases pet damage, we want to go all in. Again, I don't really have focus issues, so I don't really go into kindred spirits. Aspect of the beast. Again, increased damage of your pet's ability by 30%. So again, the theme, increased pet damage is what we want as BM Hunter, Dire Beast build. It's kind of what we want to go for here. Animal Companion. So like Animal Companion is like a lot of times in my damage, the Animal Companion does more damage than my actual pet. It's insane. As a matter of fact, let me see what's the last thing I fought here. What we got? Oh, Barb Shot. I was fighting a mob. So yeah, the the companion more damage than the actual than Darth Zena, my main pet. So plus with all the Dire Beast pets out, like the damage is crazy. Beast Cleave, Arena, we're not doing Beast Cleave, but in your BG, if you run like a BG World PvP kind of deal, you can run with that. Here we go again, Kill Command. 20%, 2 points in the Kill Command. All these modifiers, increasing Kill Command, increasing pet damage. Barb Shot, 2 for 2, increased Barb Shot damage by 40%. Amazing. Now, Bloodshed. I go Bloodshed for like super burst. And so basically what I like to do is that chakra for the 10% increase pet damage, Bloodshed. We have 15% increased damage by your pets for 18 seconds. So with chakra and Bloodshed, you got 25% increased damage. Then Bestial Wrath. Like your pets start murdering people. Like it's like I've hit people for like 70 and 80 kill commands. It's insane. Especially if you grab like a Zerger buff and like Warsong or something. It's stupid as hell. So that's to me that's just amazing. Cobra Sense. You could go into it. I don't. Cobra Shot reduces the cooldown of kill command by an initial 1%. I mean, you have 2 stacks already. So, you know, I don't really go into it. Dire Beast. This is the key part to the build. Some people don't like the Dire Beast build because they don't like it feels clunky to them. And that may be so. But to me, like I said, I just love the Dire Beast build. Summons powerful wild beast that attacks the target. Roars, increasing your haste by 5% for 10 seconds. So you got increased haste while your Dire Beast is out. It's 20-second cooldown. Bestial Wrath. I mean, it's our main big boy cooldown. you Send your pet into rage, instantly dealing about 5.5k damage to the target. Increases all damage you deal, and your pet deals by 25% for 15 seconds. So now, again, the increased pet damage modifiers over and over again, and it's a theme. Come down, barb shot reduces the cooldown of Beast or Wrath by 12%. This is why your Beast or Wrath is pretty much like on a 1 minute cooldown. It's insane. We just always have cooldowns up. um, Wild Call. I don't really go into this. Your auto shots have a critical strike chance. Have critical strikes have a 20% chance to reset the cooldown on barb shot. Um, Again, when you're going to bleed build, I think they run that, but I don't. Like I said, I don't run that in the Dire Beast build. Um, Aspect of the wild fires off Cobra shot at your current target and one other enemy near your current target for the next 20 seconds. Your Cobra shot will fire at least one extra target, and Cobra shot focus costs reduced by 10%. Again, I don't really use it because we're going Dire Beast. Stomp. Stomp is nice, but the thing about Stomp is it breaks CC. So, um, BGs, World PvP, you can run it. Arenas, not so much. Breaks your CC. Um, Hunter Spray Kill Command has a 10% chance to reset the cooldown of Kill Shot and causes your next kill shots to be usable by any target, which is nice. But mainly you take this tree, you take this talent so you can get down to Dire Command. Kill Command has a 30% chance to also summon a dire pet to attack your target. We're kill commanding so much, like I've had like 6 or 7 pets out at one time. It's insane, especially during like Bestial Wrath. So you just have a bunch of pets out just going ham. Scent of Blood, activating Bestial Wrath grants 2 more charges of Barb Shot. Again, amazing. Um, Come back down. Dire Beast lasts an additional 2 seconds and deals 60% increased damage. This is where this build starts getting crazy. The more pets you got out, and these pets are all the pet modifiers that we talked about are applied to your Dire Beast pets also. So all those pet damage increases also applies to the Dire Beast. So we want to get those out. Now, every 5 Dire Beasts summon resets the cooldown of Kill Command, and then reduces the focus cost and cooldown of Kill Command by 50%. This is why I really don't have like that much focus issues, because like I said, you're constantly popping out pets, man. It's almost insane how much pets you can get out sometimes. Um, Piercing Fangs. While Beast Wrap is active, your pets increase damage. Critical damage is increased by 35%. Dude, once you start popping cooldowns, your pets hit so hard. Again, now some people go Killer Cobra, but being that you have 2 stacks already of Kill Command, I'm just like, it makes the rotation a little weird. So I don't use it personally. I pretty much always go Piercing Fangs. Um, but yeah, that's just me. So that's pretty much my build again. Oh, let me go into PvP talents. My bad. Beast from Within. I pretty much always play Beast of Wrath. Inspires you and all your nearby allies, pets for 8 seconds, increasing attack speed by 10% and providing immunity to fear and horror effects, which is great for when you pop in your Beast of Wrath. Can't get CC'd. Um, or you can get your pets out of CC with it also. Survival tactics, fake death. This is amazing. Get dots off you. I mean, you still get the fear from it though. So like if you take unstable affliction, or you feign death and unstable affliction, or a shadow priest dots or whatever, you'll get the horror and the silence. So just be mindful of that. So this is the one that I kind of change out. I normally pretty much always run Kindred Beast, especially because it makes the 50% reduced cooldown on Freedom or Master's Call is great. But if you're playing something like Shadow Priest, Warlock, something like that, I usually go Dragon Scale Armor, so I'll swap that out. Obviously, it's my um, Caster Cleaves. You can also go Roar Sacrifice for the crit. A lot of hunters run that, and I do run that sometimes, depending if I'm going like double rogue or something, or some crazy Pharaoh Druid or something. I might run that. But for the most part, I stay with these 3. Um, but yeah, Sometimes I'll go basculous though for like BGs only. I don't do it in arena obviously because people could just run away from it. But like in like BGs or World PvP, you bind this shot or tar trap and throw the basculous down like a fight, and like people, it just does this like sneak damage. Like nobody pays attention to it, and it's just like sneak damaging people. But like in arena, you wouldn't use it because people just run away. Um, so, but anyway, that is pretty much my arena build, my PvP Dire Beast build. Again, it's not the meta. I'm sure people can be like, dude, this is your build sucks. Like, look, though, this is what works for me. So hopefully you guys like it. Um, Leave comments. Let me know what you guys think. And thanks for watching. I appreciate the support, guys. All right, peace.